Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. It is Tuesday, and the time is 9:02 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning, Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Happy post-Memorial Day as well to all of you great people out there. We got a great conversation for you guys today. My guest this morning is my dear friend Katrina Henderson of the Quad County Urban League. How you feeling?
I feel great. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Good to see you too. Yeah, we were just talking before the microphones came on. You know, it's glad to have you. We're glad to have you back on the program.
Absolutely.
And you guys have been doing some amazing things.
Yes.
Two big things that we're going to talk about today. The first is the Nicor Gas Career Academy, and then we'll also learn about the 50-year celebration coming up for Quad County.
50 years. I'm looking forward to talking about both.
Awesome. Before we get into all of the particulars and the details, how are you feeling this morning? How's it feeling up in here today?
I am filled this morning with gratitude, and I think it's because I am in a space where I get to wake up every day and go empower the community. I feel gratitude towards my family, where I am in life. I feel really, really grateful.
Good.
That's the space I've been sitting in lately. So how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. You know, it's been a great weekend and everything. The week is starting off right.
Good.
So, you know, I'm doing really well. Plus, not only that, you know, we've really had a couple of milestones recently, so it does feel good to have another returning friend on the program. So
yes,
glad
it's
to have
so
you.
good to be here. I love coming.
So today we're going to talk about the Nicor Gas Career Academy. I'm going to read briefly from this, and then we're going to have Katrina tell us a whole lot more about it. Nicor Gas, IBEW Local 19, Quad County Urban League, NPL, Miller Pipeline, and Pipe Strong are conducting a 6-week unpaid job readiness program to prepare you for entry-level positions in the utility industry. Session runs from July 7th to August 15th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Monday through Friday, limited to 30 participants, so apply now. What's the genesis of this? How does this fit into the Quad County Urban League's mission?
So this came from two separate entities looking to empower local communities.
Okay.
So our partner, Nicor Gas, and our president and CEO, Theodia Gillespie, came together and said that there was a need to make sure that corporate spaces were inclusive. Because sometimes in corporate spaces, you see a typical cycle of those who have the traditional 4-year or 6-year degree, and they come in, they work, they do their 20 years, and they retire.
Right.
But Nicor appreciates and values those who have different backgrounds. And that is truly the genesis for this. We spend our time empowering those very people. So the single moms, the veterans, those who are in between jobs, those who may have worked a job 28 years and were laid off one day. That is who we service every day and look to empower.
Okay.
So there's no better fit than to create this 6-week experience where you immerse yourself with Nicor employees, with our partners, NPL, IBEW 19, Pipe Strong, Miller Pipeline, and get to know the ins and outs of the utility industry. And it's so specific. So while you're getting skills with our partners, Quad County on the other side is making sure that you understand punctuality, that you're curating an email professionally, that when we provide network spaces, you're engaging with those who are truly interviewing you. It's really a 6-week live interview, and it's an opportunity for 25 people, that's the max we do per cohort, to learn, engage, and hopefully apply for and begin working with one of these partners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how long has the Quad County been how long has this been a program or a feature?
So this program is, several years old. We had I believe we started just ahead of COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've been doing this for a while. This will be our 11th cohort.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 11th cohort is July 7th, and then right after that one, August 25th, is the 12th cohort. And we look to continue on because what we see is growth from both ends. Sometimes we receive participants who think they know everything there is to know about utility. They may have been a former engineer, and then they are quickly humbled, and they realize that there's so many aspects to this industry, and then they find themselves sometimes interested in customer service. They may go in and say, I want to be a gas locator. I'm going to be a gas locator.
Right.
And next thing they know, they have that immersive experience in the customer service department. And they're like, oh no, I want to work customer service. I want to help people resolve their bills. I want people to understand their bills, et cetera, et cetera. So it's really, really cool to see unfold where they start day one and where they finish at the end of the 6th week.
Right. And plus, if some of these people are inside of that particular industry, maybe they've been doing one thing for a long period of time that they might be interested in doing something else.
Absolutely.
So they're not changing industries. They're in the same industry,
sector. Yep, and they just transfer over. And this academy is also open to those who recently graduated. We are on the cusp of seeing several people graduate high school and not committing to 4 years in college because they know that's not something they want to do. They want to avoid the debt. So we see high school graduates enroll into this program and they look up and they have a lifelong career with one of these partners. And they did not have to spend 4 years learning the content. They're put in here. It's an entry-level position, and they have the ability to scale and grow over time. So it's really beautiful to see.
So, just a few names: NPL, Miller Pipeline, and Pipestrong. How are those relationships made with the Quad County Urban League? What's that look like when you have when it comes to getting these amazing companies and organizations to work with such a great team?
Absolutely. I think the key to a great partnership is a mutual vie or passion to serve. And these partners have that. These partners see traditional things happen over the course of a very long time, but they acknowledge, I want to make sure that this space is inclusive for all. So I think that between Nicor and, again, our president, Theodia Gillespie, having that sit down, they're able to pinpoint other partners that we can branch out to that are invested in that same mindset, which is a growth mindset.
Right.
They want to see people grow and achieve, and they understand that everything can't be traditional.
Sure.
Sometimes you have to go against the grain, and then you can still achieve the same success.
Absolutely. And for all those organizations who've been around for 86 years, I mean, if you're doing things the same way for 86 years, you're going to get the same results. And in a post-COVID society, things look a lot different.
Oh, yes. And we are looking at different kinds of changes, a heavy reliance on technology. We want to make sure that there's digital equity while we run these programs because the world closed. And I don't think we talk about that enough, but we really sat there and said, world's closed. And then we had to figure it out.
Right.
Can we imagine what we would have done if it were, I don't know, say 1988?
That would have been crazy.
It would have been incredibly different than today.
My
so we're
parents
always adapting.
I would have been 6,
right?
But
I myself would have been 1, so I get it.
You
think about it, you wouldn't even have had the dial-up internet. No, you might have had the car phone.
True.
But how far are you going to really get with that?
Exactly.
So you
what can
really
a
always
payphone
have
do for you?
Exactly. In the middle of a pandemic, so you have to always be mindful that we're always evolving, we're always growing, and I don't think that trend will ever go away. I think we will always be in a growth mindset as society, as a community, and it's up to us and our partners to make sure that people who may not have that access due to whatever circumstance have an opportunity to experience it and then use it for their own success. And that's what empowerment is. It's making sure that people have access, they're included, and they use that experience in a positive manner to grow. And the next thing you know, the economy's growing. They're growing. They're supporting their family more. Maybe they're putting a child through college because they've attained this career.
Right.
So
good stuff. Good stuff. Now here are the qualifications, and also we have this flyer. We'll share this flyer on our social media so that you guys can learn more about it. But the qualifications are high school diploma or GED, score at least a 12th grade level in math and reading on the tests of adult basic education, pass an extensive criminal background check and drug test, in-person interview, attend a group orientation, have a valid driver's license, and apply by June 16th of this year. There's a QR code on this flyer, again, which we'll share, or you can call 630-851-2203. Once again, the number is 630-851-2203.
yes,
Good stuff.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Yep. Now, when it comes to the cohort, you said this is the 12th?
This is the 11th cohort, and our
okay.
12th cohort will start August 25th. So we are running 2 cohorts of 25 people each.
Okay.
Yep, and they have to come in. We do an intake. We also do an interview ahead of them being permitted to join the cohort,
Sure.
because we do want individuals to take this seriously. This is not something you see everywhere, and we treat it as such. We also gauge if that person comes in on time.
Sure.
You may inquire, and we may tell you, oh, come by at 9:30. If you're showing up at 9:45, Quad County gets to have a talk with you ahead of the game,
Right.
and say, hey, we told you 9:30, you came at 9:45. And we get to help prepare them and understand this is not on your time. This is an experience and an opportunity that's provided. Are you going to take it seriously?
Right.
So,
Right.
And on the upside, we have several other programs that may accommodate people who are not best suited for Nicor Gas.
Right. We're going to talk about many of the other programs that you guys have. So what does, have there been some success stories from some of these previous cohorts and things like that? Anything that you could share, if not giving away personal information is...
Absolutely. So I will speak to their general demographics. I know that we were able to employ a veteran. We've been able to employ a single mom. Those two specific stories are near and dear to my heart because both of my parents are veterans. And I take their process and the things that they've endured very seriously. And I think that all veterans are a part of an underrepresented community because there is a very big ask that we ask of them. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that they get a return on investment unless they have an organization like Quad County
Right.
to further empower them. So we are thrilled to say that we have supported a veteran success story. He also spoke at our annual Equality Gala. And then we've also helped a few single moms and single dads. Sometimes circumstances happen and life happens. It's not just single moms.
Right.
It's really specific demographics that we're able to provide this opportunity with, and then they take it and they soar. We had a single mother who has 2 children. She's still there, and she is still a good referral source for us. We get people all the time that say, hey, she referred me, and I see how well she's doing 5 years later. I want to give this a go. I really want to try this. So it's very heartwarming.
It's interesting because my mind flashes back. It goes back to the day when you guys had me come to the office on Farnsworth and detail about the intimacies of going live and just how to use media for yourself at the present
Yes.
moment. There was moms in the crowd who were asking,
Yes.
moms and their kids asking those questions. Okay, so
Our
what is the
kids
live
loved
button?
that.
You sync it with this?
Yes, that was so great. That was our youth programming, TSTM. They enjoyed your presentation so
Appreciate
much. They were super inspired, but they also were educated. Because sometimes they think, oh, I can stream, I can do this, I can do that. And then when you broke it down and also had them do real life examples,
Right.
not only were they further inspired, they were like, okay, I got to get to work. It's not just snap of the button.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
You're working 24/7.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I know.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I
pushing
learned.
the button just so you and your friend can talk.
Right.
That's anybody can do that.
It's a much deeper dive, and that's what we love about our youth programming is being able to show them those STEM portions and give them access to different careers so that they understand and can determine at a younger age, okay, are you really interested in this? Is this a hobby or is it a passion?
Right.
And a lot of them left out like, no, that could be a passion for me. And some were like, oh, no, it's a hobby. He had a list. I think maybe I need to go back to the drawing board on that. I learned a lot today.
Yeah.
So.
Well said. Well
Yes.
said. 9:13 is the time. If you're just joining us, you're watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news program. And here we are with my dear friend Katrina Henderson,
Good morning.
Chief Operating Officer and Vice President of the Quad County Urban League. A long and storied history. We're going to talk about the 50-year celebrations coming up as well. But I just wanted to just knock off a couple of the youth programs, the workforce development programs that you guys offer and feature as well. So, and again, this information will continue to show up on our social media, so get ready to see more from our team. I'm gonna shoot these out. Let's talk about them. Here we go. The STEAM Youth Summer Camp.
Last year, we had the great idea to support families who could not afford summer camp. Summer camp is expensive.
Right.
It's equally priced to probably daycare. We opened up 20 slots, provided a free STEAM summer camp Monday through Thursday from 9 to 1.
Okay.
Field trips included transportation covered, t-shirts covered. We have some of the best pictures of our youth engaging in STEM. We had a partner, Constellation, who's further supported us. We went to Sandbox VR, where they got to experience virtual reality. That was a hoot. But most importantly, we provided an ease of mind for parents who simply just could not afford $600 or $700 a week.
Right.
And that was our biggest takeaway, like, wow, there's a need for this. This year we opened up registration. I believe we received 30 people interested, so it's already begun to scale, and we're grateful for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Project Ready.
Project Ready, it basically prepares high school students who know and are invested, and they say, hey, I want to go to Howard University. That's where I want to go. I've wanted to go there since I was 2. Mm-hmm. How do I make this happen? So we work on different ways to prepare them as far as their regular report card grades and then their ACT and SAT scores. So that's different prep. And then we also immerse them in different networking, because sometimes an alumni is your best friend.
Right.
And they can give you best perspective on how to curate an essay and how to pursue your dreams.
Sure.
So, and we look forward to that every year. And every year we have an end of year celebration where they kind of do their college announcement and they wear their college t-shirt.
Okay.
And oftentimes we find that people or our students are invested in this one school, but then they start to really learn and know that the best major for digital media may not be Howard. It may be somewhere else.
Right.
What did you want to do with digital media? What did you want to do with pre-med? So those things also happen, and they explore other colleges, and it's fun to always see where they land, and we send them off with the trunk. It's so heartwarming. I love it.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the East Aurora Academy, EA2.
Yes. So that is a partnership with the East Aurora School District. And what we do in partnership with East Aurora is we contact students who are in a severe credit deficiency. And this is an opportunity for them to make up those credits and walk at graduation, just as they would if they were a senior in the high school.
Right.
The best part about this is we're able to culminate those activities with wraparound support. Oftentimes, if you are severely credit deficient, there are other things going on at home. And we have the ability as the Quad County Urban League to address that and support it.
Okay.
There may be issues with bill payments. There may be issues with finding mom and dad a job, and I have to go work because my mom lost her job. That's why I'm not in school. These are very real issues, and to me, all of America. So we have the opportunity to go ahead and help those students, and I'm so grateful to say that we have graduated 45 this year, which is the most students we've had.
Oh, wow.
And we're thrilled to know that they will receive their high school diploma from East Aurora.
Great stuff.
Which is a great. Go Tomcats. I am not a Tomcat, but I know you all take it seriously.
Right.
No offense to any Black Hawks. I don't want any smoke.
They do take it very seriously, and they're always jumping on a post here or a post there kind of thing. So I just plant a little flag in the conversation on how can people learn more about the wraparound services that you mentioned?
Absolutely. They can come knock on our door.
Okay.
1685 North Farnsworth. We're right on Farnsworth. People say, what? I say, yes, we are. And once you see us, you can't unsee us.
Oh, right.
We're just before the outlet mall. We have a big old sign, but that's the easiest way to come in and learn about how we can support you, get you enrolled into a program if you are suffering from having been laid off or not having a career at the moment, and us allowing us to empower you truly and figuring out what empowerment looks like for you, because that's not a one-size-fit-all thing either.
Absolutely. Yes, it's on Farnsworth, and it's before Molitor. So if you got to Molitor, you went a little bit too far, but it's a fantastic place. And as my friend mentioned here, once you see the building, you'll never unsee it. TSTM.
TSTM. So that is the group that you actually spoke with and presented to. This is where we expose any minority students who are in middle and high school, and we let them know about any science, technology, or anything related to something that they're interested in. We kind of stepped out of STEM to ensure that we capture everything. It may be the arts. It may be something incredibly unique. Such as, I really couldn't even think of something. Usually they land in engineering, though. So we try to immerse them in that. We bring presentations and speakers and engage them so that they can see, but also fully understand what that consists of. So, very good program.
All right. Now, let's take it to workforce development. I want to talk about the Construct Infrastructure Academy.
Yes.
I think this is something that we definitely were highlighting a lot last year as
Yes.
well with great
ComEd.
success.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Construct is a partnership with ComEd, and that is a 14-week program similar to Nicor, where you are immersed in a utility industry. So those participants, and it is more exclusive in that we only have 10 spots to fill. So we take the interview process very seriously. Those 10 participants then travel throughout, learn about ComEd, they work with ComEd, and we're not talking about the person at the front desk at ComEd. We're talking about the vice president of or the director of. They do a climbing session, they get their OSHA, they undergo a lot of things under these 14 weeks to determine that they're best suited for this industry and any partners. It's a beautiful experience because it does have some travel in it. It travels from Aurora to Chicago to the southwest suburbs, and I think it just covers so many different things that people didn't know about the industry as it relates to ComEd. And then we all gather at the end of those 14 weeks and we have a graduation. Quad County loves a graduation. We love a celebration because we're going to take a time and celebrate these outcomes.
Right.
You all did it. If no one else is going to celebrate you doing it, Quad County will celebrate you doing it. It's super, super important stuff. Yeah.
And so, for a lot of these young people too, having that celebration or that, that mini party, or rather that recognition, does feel really good, and it goes a long way too. We have your peer groups and your parents. Those people will always big you up.
Right.
But when you're trying to do something outside of home, and you're trying to make your way, to have that reassurance does also feel good for young people as well.
Absolutely. They feel seen. Yep. And I think sometimes we don't always take a second to see the youth. We spend a lot of time doing that, because seeing is not just, oh, I see you. Sometimes you have to hear what they're saying to try to catch any hidden messages. It's what I love doing my job every single day. It's
Absolutely.
The best. So.
Yeah, I know you love doing your job. I mean, I've been over there. They know me in that building. I know how much you guys love doing your job over there.
Absolutely.
9:22 is the time. Last one of these, and then we're going to get into our celebrations. Let's talk about the solar energy training program.
Yes, let's talk about solar. So for 3 months, we spend specific time educating participants on becoming solar PVI installers. So essentially those panels you see on the roof for people who are trying to grab a tax credit, we offer that training, and we offer it free of charge. I just want to say that one more time. We offer it free of charge. A lot of our programs don't come with a cost, so we're able to certify you, get you set up there. We give you your NCCER credential. You'll receive your OSHA 30. All of that's still free. And then we slide you into a clean energy position and career. So again, that's that empowerment piece.
Right.
We're really big on empowering an individual. So really great program.
Time is 9:23 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora. If you're just joining us, my personal friend, who is the Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of the Quad County Urban League, Katrina Henderson, is here to tell us about many fantastic things, including their 50-year celebrations. Let's talk about that.
50 years. So Quad County has been empowering the Aurora community for 50 years. We are super thrilled to celebrate that 50 years at our annual gala, which will be October 25th, 2025. Such a pretty number, 10/25/25.
It has a ring.
Yes.
The ring, yes.
And everything everyone just heard about, we're going to be sharing outcomes, stories, and just enjoying the evening and understanding that nonprofits who are invested in the community, it's great to celebrate them and invest back. The only way we can do this is with the support of our partners, with the support of the community. Being a nonprofit, especially in the current climate, we rely heavily on just telling out the story and trusting that to do the rest for us, because our story is so powerful. I truly believe that every person that we've touched and impacted has been changed, and also they're changing us. So it's really great. I'm so excited to celebrate 50 years.
Absolutely. Now, this flyer here, you guys will see this showing up on our social media as well. Once again, Monday, July 14th from 4 to 6 p.m. is the open house, and that's going to be at the Quad County Urban League's office, hashtag 50 years of impact. Happy to share this
Absolutely.
Information.
Please come to our open house. So that open house is on our actual anniversary. So we were founded July 14th, 50 years ago.
That's amazing.
And we thought, we need to have the community come by. So please stop in to see us. We will have several things for you all to observe. We will have a timeline of those 50 years to kind of check out, museum exhibit style.
Yep.
I'm really excited for that. And we just want to make sure that we're honoring Marie Wilkinson, who is really the reason that I get to sit here today.
Right.
She had an idea, and she wanted to make sure that the Quad County Urban League was here to stay, and she built on that. And from there, she met our president and CEO, Theodia Gillespie, and she took the charge and continued to build on it.
Right.
So grateful, grateful, grateful.
Yep.
That's my favorite word. So.
And a legacy, which includes having a food pantry named after her as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gotta love the food pantry.
All right, 9:25 is the time. I want to say thank you very much to Katrina and also the entire team and staff of the Quad County Urban League. That team and organization have been supporters of Good Morning Aurora since our very early days. By supporting us, that's giving us access to information, great other pieces of information to give out to the public. All of that is support, and also having us come out to their different galas and events over the years. So we really do appreciate it.
Yes. Shout out to my team. I love you guys. I always call them the dream team, and I always mean it. It's not often you get to work with people who collaborate so well. So I'm very, very grateful for everyone who's at Farnsworth or at our other satellite offices. You all are spectacular, and I love you. Okay.
Absolutely. And then with the last little bit of time, got a little bit of bad news. Just the other day, yesterday, I believe, or the day before, Dick Miller, World War II veteran, passed away at 98 years old. Dick Miller was so many things. He was an amazing person. He was a member of the Roosevelt American Legion Post 84, of which that post includes two very strong friends who have been supporters of this program since before we started the program. Mike Eckberg and State Representative Stephanie Kifowit. All three of those individuals have just been stalwart, big-time supporters and doing great things in the community. Mr. Miller's life and history is storied, and there's not enough time to talk about it all, but he was a World War II veteran who survived his ship sinking, and I believe that was the USS Drexler. And again, there's too much to name, but I did want to take the last remaining bit of time that we've got, and we're going to have a quick 10-second moment of silence for Mr. Dick Miller. May he rest in peace. And to all of his family and all the rest of the men and women of the American Legion Post 84, the Roosevelt Post, thank all of you guys for your service and your continued dedication to the city of Aurora. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this morning's interview with Katrina Henderson. Please learn more about the Quad County Urban League. Also follow them on Facebook, LinkedIn, and other social media places. The Nicor Gas Academy flyer will be shared. The 50-year celebration flyer will also be shared. And then when the annual Equality Gala information comes available, we'll also share that too. Any questions that you have about any information, you can please feel free to send us a DM or call 630-851-2203. The number again, 630-851-2203. That's it for Good Morning Aurora right now, you guys. Buenos dias, Aurora. Aurora's first bilingual news podcast is about to begin. Have a great rest of the day. Take care of yourself and each other.
Thank you.
Feeling bullied by your bank?
Hey, I got a random overdraft fee.
You've reached our main menu. If you're disputing an overdraft fee, please press 4. Or just hang up and call back tomorrow.
Are you pretending to be a robot?
Goodbye.
Stop banking the same way, expecting different results, and start banking where you matter. Wintrust. Different approach, better results.
YEP gives me a lot of hope for the future, not just here locally, but as those kids go out into the world and they share their perspectives and their passions, it's going to be infectious. It's going to spread. So they're just an amazing organization that sets their partners and this community up for success. The future of this community, and honestly the country and the world, is bright with the kids that are on that YEP program, because they're going to save the world. They're doing incredible work, and to just get to know them and learn about